Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Ed Talk TV, Conversations Worth Having. I'm your host, Ed Troxel, and I am the tech-savvy business strategist who helps business owners like yourself get organized and overcome the tech challenges so you can show up, deliver, and engage here online with your audiences. So, today is Friday. I'm so excited. Most of you guys are probably going to see this over the weekend, and that's okay. But I'm so glad to be back with you guys. I know we missed yesterday. How many of you guys actually showed up to do some work on your own? I know you didn't show up here because I wasn't here. But how many of you guys actually did some work on your own? Be honest with me. Be honest. Tell me in the comments, even if you're watching the replay. Let me know. While you're doing that, just so you know, you can always share this out, share some love. Biggest thing I want from you, though, is comments. That's all I want. Just for you to comment, say hello, ask questions, engage not only with me, but everyone else here who's tuning in both during the live and the replay. You'll also notice that I popped into the comments, "Are you ready for a change?" Question mark. Then you need to check out edtroxel.com. Not now, though, later, after this. That's what you'll want to do. So, welcome everyone popping into the chat. Love seeing that. Today we're going to talk about business cards, and are they still relevant? We'll talk about that. But first, I got some good random news. You guys are going to be cracking up on this random news. Let me tell you, there's some weird ones, there's some hilarious ones. We're going to dive into that, but first let me let those who are new know that this is a business talk show. We talk about business tech and the user experience. We typically go live Monday through Friday here on the business page, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Of course, you can always catch the replays over at edtroxel.com, but I'm going to do you one better. Later after this broadcast, if you haven't done so already, you're going to head over to my website and you're going to sign up for my newsletter. Why? Well, let me tell you, there's something in it for you. I send you once a week. It went out already today, so you're not going to get it today. You missed out. But I send once a week on Fridays, simple email letting you know what I've been up to, what I've kind of learned in business, tips, tricks, all of that. And you're also going to get a quick recap of all the episodes from Ed Talk TV. So then you never miss out. And it's right there in your inbox. You don't have to go search for anything. Pretty cool, huh? I thought so. So be sure to do that after the broadcast. Now, let's jump into it while you guys are saying hello to everyone, including me. Hello, hi. But make sure you guys are checking in with each other. I want to know how many of you guys ended up doing some work yesterday during this hour that we were not together. Let me know in the comments. I'm going to flip my screen because we are going to jump into random news. So check this out. One, I am so glad I don't live in LA. I never want to live in LA. Sorry, LA people, but that is just not my jam. But I will say there is some smart business moves going on in this video. So let me show you. I'm going to go ahead and play this video. It's a newscast from today. For some reason, on the 105 down there, they had a ton of traffic. I mean, traffic was so bad, people literally parked their cars, and some were trying to do basically a flip on the freeway to try to get out. It was so bad. But check this out. Let me see if I can look at this. Look at this. It was so bad, you guys, that a taco truck in traffic decided to pull over and make some business. They wanted to make that money. That is a smart business move. So, I don't know, obviously traffic wasn't moving at all, so I'm guessing that it wasn't technically they weren't going to get fined or anything for it. I don't know the legal ramifications around that. But let's just talk about that being the opportunity. You're the taco truck driver. You're like, listen, I got all this food in here. We're stopped. We're not going to be going anywhere anytime soon. These people are getting hungry. And I think this happened in the morning too. So a lot of people didn't have breakfast because, they're on their way to work. And it was dead stopped. So people parked their cars. They got out and they were like, I'll take a chimichanga. Let's have a cheese quesadilla. How about a breakfast burrito? Throw in one of them drinks over there, and we'll just call it a day over here. So this is awesome. I think this is so cool. Something that chances are you probably wouldn't see anywhere else because LA traffic. I don't know. What do you guys think? Tell me, even if you're watching the replay. Was that a smart move? Yes, smart move. Sitting in traffic can make you feel hungry. It's so true. And plus think about this, you guys. If you've ever sat in traffic, how stressful is that? Especially when you're trying to get somewhere and you're just like, I just want to move. Maybe I'm not going anywhere, but I just want to move. So being able to get out of the car and go direct your attention towards food, in this case, so much better. Then it brings your stress level way down. So I think that was a good business move. Now, speaking of food, we had a suspected drug tunnel in a KFC restaurant from Arizona to Mexico. They find the most strangest things. I was going to see if there's a picture here without having to play the video, but they found a very large tunnel underneath. Hey, Elizabeth, welcome. So yeah, they have this huge tunnel underneath the KFC in Arizona that they believe to be a drug tunnel. Very, very interesting. Now, here is one where you're going to laugh. Well, I hope you're going to laugh. It's Friday. We're going to cut loose a little bit. No pun intended on this one. You'll know what I'm talking about here in just a second. But check this out. A security guard just got fired for, wait for it, his viral farting video while at work. I know, this is like, you're like, wait, what? Is this real? It's very weird, trust me. And I've watched the video. I won't play it just because I don't want to get, it's somebody else's video and stuff like that. But it actually goes on for like a minute and a half almost. And I'll put the link in the comments for those who are really curious. It goes on for like a minute and a half. And I mean, the guy's just doing, what we assume is real farts. And he's at work. He's not like showing off the business and misrepresenting it or anything. But he is on company time and he's bored, obviously, and makes this video and it went viral and he lost his job. So that begs the question, what do you guys think? Just based off of what you know from that right there, even if you're watching the replay, do you think that that's worthy of being fired for having a viral video of you? I mean, farting, I guess, is inappropriate. For whatever reason, that's not, I don't know what age that is not funny at, but they obviously didn't think that it was funny. But what do you guys think? Is that something worth firing an employee over, especially if they haven't clearly marked what business they're at, meaning there's no signs of the business and things like that? I'm curious your thoughts. I will tell you there is some hope in this story, if you will, that he is actually planning on launching his own merchandise. So congrats for becoming an entrepreneur. That was, the universe was just telling you got to go, and you're going to run with it, and he's going to make his own merchandise in the future, hopefully, according to this article. And he may take his flagellant filming on the road with a travel show. So, I mean, things are looking up. You never know. I was going to try to make some like funny joke with air and going up, but it just didn't come to me. So we're there. Anyway, who's feeling it on a Friday? Because I know I am, but not this. Meaning like not gassy or anything like that. I don't know. I'm trying to be funny, you guys, but apparently it's just not working. So before we move on to today's topic, because I know that's what you guys are waiting for, and you're like, listen, Ed, can we just get to it? Because it's Friday. I'm trying to go off, trying to have some drinks, trying to hang out, trying to just relax, trying not to think about work. I get it. So bear with me. I just want to show you a couple things on the business page here for Facebook, because chances are you probably didn't see them because the algorithm has been really funky this past week. I don't know about you, but I have noticed. Have you guys noticed? Even if you're watching the replay, let me know. I've noticed that the Facebook algorithm, we all know that it's like crazy all the time, right? But a couple weeks ago, it was really, really good. This week, not so much, at least not that I've noticed. I've seen a lot of the same posts over and over. It's very annoying. And I've seen a lot of my posts not get seen a lot, which, it's hit or miss. But I wanted to show these while I have this platform to show you guys what you might have been missing. So we're going to start from the bottom, and then we'll work our way up to the top, just because these are teachable moments as well. Just so you know, I had, on the 22nd, I had posted this, and I wanted to share this with you here because you'll see this when we get to the top of my page, but I changed the header image from my old video to an actual photo that just said, Hey Ed membership, and then it told you what the Hey Ed membership was. For those who aren't familiar, that's a support membership that I offer. You can check that out on my website. But I realized that that wasn't really speaking to what's in it for me. And now this may not either yet, but it's on the right path, right? So I decided to go with this image that I created. And of course, feel free to share your feedback either on that post or right here on the comments, even on the replay. But I wanted to share that with you because it's important that you pay attention to those moments where you're making those changes on your business page. You're not just putting up a fancy photo. You want to put it up with intent, right? Tiffany says, agreed. I thought it was just me was seeing the same post. Oh, good. Chrissy, Tiffany, awesome. You guys are right with me. Good. It's not just you guys. It's me too. So we're all in the same boat. So Facebook is just jacked up completely for all of us. Good to know. We're all in the same boat. But you guys are here, so I so appreciate that, and I'm so glad you're here. Thank you. Thank you. So when it comes to your Facebook header image, this is all kind of bonus stuff, you guys, and then we'll talk about business cards. But when it comes to your header image, it's something that you want to pay attention to, and you don't want to just throw up any old photo. You want to make sure you put up a photo or some kind of image that represents the people that you're talking to or the audience that you want to reach, and then you also want to try to go with verbiage that's going to speak to them. Now again, I'm looking for your feedback on this, which is why I posted it on my page and why I'm sharing it now, because your chances are you didn't see the post. But I went with this because it wasn't about me in terms of the previous photo said, Hey Ed membership, and then blah, blah, blah. So it kind of started with me, right? This now starts with become the tech-savvy business owner everyone wants to be. So it kind of sparks a little bit more interest. So just playing with things, seeing what works, what doesn't, that's what I want you guys to do. So I wanted to share that one with you. And then we're going to go up to this next post. And this one was just a fun one. I put about Instagram because I know a lot of you guys love Instagram. I have a love-hate relationship with Instagram. But again, it's one of those things when you think about business and the user experience, because that's what we talk about a lot here, you have to realize, like, Instagram, what is with not being able to have properly formatted text bodies, like bodies of text? We are in 2018. Nobody wants to see a chunk of text like this. Nobody. Nobody wants to see that. And we don't want to see all of the dots in between to separate our paragraphs. We don't want to put all these emojis in between. Like, listen, call me and I will help you. But we cannot do this anymore. We're almost in 2019. Get us some formatting, because I know I can't be the only one struggling with reading a chunk of text on Instagram posts, right? Anybody else feel me on that one? Even if you're watching the replay, let me know in the comments. Also, the second point on that, why can't we have GIFs? You know that my GIF game is on point. I cannot be great on Instagram if there's no GIFs. I'm just saying. Like, you guys, that's why you follow me here on Facebook, and that's why you guys love Facebook, because I'm here throwing that GIF game up, right? Helping us all get to the next level. I can't do that on Instagram. I'm sorry. You got to talk to Instagram. Get them to figure it out. But, it's just weird. It's weird. So there's my little rant. And then finally, I wanted to show you this quote because it was really good, and I know a lot of you guys can really relate to this or want to hear this message. Don't forget to share this out, tag your friends, all of that. But, quote, don't be afraid to charge what you feel is right if your customers are getting the experience they paid for. That was so on point when I read that earlier this week. I was like, yes, we all need to remember that. Take your screenshots, post that wherever you need to, but remember that when it comes to pricing, because pricing's a pain in the rear when we have to try to figure that stuff out. It's a lot. Deepa says, I can't be great on Instagram without GIFs. That needs a GIF. I'm telling you, Deepa, I'll turn that into a GIF. Let me see if I can get that on the replay. I'll see if I can pull that out and try to get that and make something for you guys. I'll make a GIF for you guys. I'll figure that one out. Matter of fact, I'll do it again right here so that way I can know that I had it. I can't be great on Instagram without GIFs. I don't know. We'll just do that to see what I can do with the gift maker. But just remember this. Don't be afraid to charge what you feel is right if your customers are getting the experience they paid for. The reason that spoke so highly to me is because a lot of the times when it comes to pricing, we feel like we have to, if we want to charge a lot, we have to provide all of these bonuses after bonus after bonus after bonus after bonus after bonus. And it's like, why? No. People don't want all these bonuses. Like, nobody wants all of these bonuses. We don't have time for that. What we want is the solution handed to us so we can keep it moving. Whether that's a one-word answer to a one-time thing to an ongoing thing, it doesn't matter. Whatever that looks like, we'll pay whatever the price is. The price doesn't even matter as long as we're getting that solution the quickest way possible. So we have to remember that because, I think a lot of us, we look at things and we're thinking, oh, I can't charge $200 for this because I need to add more lessons to this course, or I need to spend more hours on this. And it's like, no, if you're getting them what they want and you're the expert, you can put whatever price you need to on there as long as it's working for everyone. So think about that. Hopefully that made sense. I know. See, this is what happens when I get rest and when we weren't on a regular schedule, where we missed out yesterday. You guys get the rapid fire on all this stuff. So hopefully it's good. Hopefully you guys are loving it and it's making sense. Now, all the way up at the top, this is where, to show you, that's where that header image that we talked about a few minutes ago, that's where it came up. And you'll notice, here's another tip for you. Man, are you guys just digging this one? Because you're getting a lot of extra bonuses in this. See what I did there? Bonus after bonus after bonus. Now here's your bonus. What I did here was, I don't even know if I should tell you guys. I should probably have that in another live because I'm giving you a lot here. We tend to undervalue ourselves. Totally, Marilyn. Yes, you always deliver fire. Thanks, Elizabeth. I try. Today I can really feel it, so I know. So I'll just give it to you guys because it's Friday and I'll do it. I'll do it. So what I did here was not only the image with the text, with the link, all of that, but what I did here was you'll notice if you're not going to do this, but if you wanted to, if you dug into my photos here, you would see that there's 2 of these. And when you look at them, it might not be too much of a difference. However, there is a difference because once I upload the image here on desktop, what does Ed do? I say that as a third person just because I know you guys are thinking that. Like, what would Ed do, right? Well, after I upload it to the desktop, I'm going to check it on my phone because it's going to look different on the phone. And I didn't like where the button was placed. It was kind of hidden. So I had to move it slightly and make small adjustments and then re-upload and recheck and be okay with it. So there you go. You're welcome. You guys have another tip for your business page. Super important. All right. Enough with the random news. Let's dive into today's content because it's going to be super short. I'm just going to tell you. So business cards. Even if you're watching the replay, are business cards still relevant? Let me know in the comments. Do you feel that business cards are still relevant? And do you have business cards? Notice I didn't say, do you have a business card? I said, do you have business cards? I put the plural on there just because I know some of you guys have more than one business, which typically would mean you have more than one business card. Also, you might have different business cards for different products that you have. So you might not really consider it a business card. Okay, perfect. You guys are jumping in the comments telling me, yep, you do. Perfect. I will share with you, well, before I share with you business card, let me also ask, so the first question was, do you have a business card? Do you have business cards? Second one is, do you feel that they're relevant? I don't have any more. I don't think I get called back from them. Yeah, perfect. Yes, I do. Okay, cool. So you can see there's going to be variations, right? Now, I will tell you that when it comes to business cards, there is a time and a place for them. I have postcards filled with information, but I don't have business cards. I like that, Paula. Awesome. As a photographer, I use pictures on one side of the card, and then the other side is my info. Nice, Marilyn. Okay, perfect. Letitia, I found connecting with Facebook or getting phone numbers works better. Nice. Tiffany, nope. I hate business cards. I love this. You guys are awesome. Rapid fire in the comments. Even if you're watching the replay, jump in on this. And what's cool about this is that we have a nice mix. See, that's what I love about this show, and you guys and us working together. It's awesome. Okay, so when it comes to business cards, there can be a time and a place for them. Let me also ask you, when you hear the word business card, do you think of just a small card like this? We'll get into what this is in a second, but do you just think, like when I say business card, is this what you typically think of? Just something like this? It could be either direction. But is that something that you think of? Let me know in the comments, even if you're watching the replay. I will tell you, the reason I'm bringing all of this up is because I was actually at a networking event last night. It was a mixer for the local chamber here. Super fun. First time, actually, I've gone. You know, I'll tell you guys, I'll be honest. I don't really go to a whole lot of actual in-person networking events. One, I don't know, probably because I don't know why the big one is. I want to say it's probably because I would get too, like, energized and ready to go and, like, meet new people. I don't know what it is. I can't tell you. I couldn't tell you. I can't narrow it down. Anyway, I don't really go to a whole lot of networking events. Doing online stuff, no problem. But in person, with the networking events, like big conferences and stuff, I go to some, but not a lot. Like, I know some people that are, like, at every single one and all the big ones and things like that. For me, it is what it is. Like, cool if I go, cool if I don't. Like, either way. Oh, cool, Maryland Square, awesome. Yes, small, I actually go through about 1,000 per year. Nice, Deepa. Cards and online cards, too. Chrissy, awesome, we're going to get into that. So, I was at the networking event last night. Super fun. And, of course, people were asking for business cards, right? And they were actually, like, almost handing business cards, like, left and right, as if it was candy. It was interesting. So people were handing out their cards. Many of the cards are about this size. Some were a little different because, you know, we're in 2018. We want to mix it up a little bit. We want to have it stand out besides all the other cards. And people were asking for my card. And listen, for the most part, I hate carrying extra stuff around. I'm just going to tell you. I don't like carrying extra stuff. I almost brought my notebook in. I have like a little, not a big one, but just not even the size of the iPad here, but it's kind of a small one like this, a notebook where I'll keep stuff with me. I almost brought that in, and I was like, no, I don't know if this is that kind of event. I've never been here before, so let me just keep it casual, and I'll just go empty-handed. But I didn't go empty-handed necessarily, and we'll talk about that. When it came to the business cards, though, people were asking me, oh, do you have a card? And I said, yeah, let me text it to you. And they're like, what? I was like, yeah, for the most part, I don't carry my cards with me. One, I always run out. Two, I just don't want to be carrying things around with me. So, you know, like, why do I want a big stack in my pocket? I don't know. For me, it's just not my thing. So I was texting them my business cards. And I'm going to put this in the comments for those who are like, oh, Ed, how do I do that? How do I get a digital business card? Well, you're in luck. Right there in the comments, even if you're watching the replay, you'll be able to see there is a training that I have done for you on that. So anybody who wants to be creative and get a digital business card, there it is for you. But we'll talk about here in a second kind of what I ran into. It's a good thing. So I had my digital business cards ready to go. Boom, boom, boom. What's your number? What's your number? People were super impressed, right? And that's the reaction I always get when I say, oh, let me text it to you. And there's benefits to that, right? And you probably already can guess that. I talk more about that in that training. But I want to show you what my old business card used to look like, my paper one, and what my new one looks like, and kind of tell you why I did that. So my old one looks like a standard one. You can't see it there. I've changed a lot of information on it, so it doesn't really matter. But it's just the sizing, right? Typical business card. So that used to be the one and it's great. And I'm sure I'll order more in that size at some point. Not really into it right now. Then I upgraded my card because for me, I like to write on business cards. Most of the time, business cards are full of information about the other person, which is fine. I mean, that's what it is, right? It's business. I mean, that's what the business card's for. But I take notes, and I want to be able to take notes on there. So I upgraded my business card to a 4x6. Boom. 4x6 card. So it's more of a postcard with, boom, take notes. As you can see, it says just start, show up, deliver, and engage at edtroxel.com. So of course, it's a little bit bigger, right? It's like the small iPhone and the iPhone Plus. It's a little bit bigger, so it may not be easy for people to carry around as much, but they also don't lose it as much. And they also can take notes about what we talked about. Or, because you guys know, you just saw it in this broadcast, I give out way too much information, right? You get me started, and I'm like, oh yeah, and you can do this, you can do that, you can do this. Oh, what about this? Da-da-da. Listen, they need something to write down on. Like, I'm giving away all this information. The least that I can do is help them make sure they can document it, right? So that's kind of my thing for that. Now, with my digital card, it's actually just this front side. So you can see there. So my digital card is literally just this front side because it's going to be in their phone. So they can do whatever they want with it. Put it in their notes, then type up their notes or whatever. So it's one of those things that I don't really need to have a backside for it because it's digital. So they'll have it wherever they want. But that's kind of what I've done with my business cards. And I will tell you, it's really helpful. Now, here's the only downside, I think, if you would consider this a downside. I mean, I really don't because I didn't really know and pay attention to it, but it's all right. So I didn't take either size with me, right? I just did digital. And then it dawned on me during the presentation, well, not presentation, but somebody was speaking and then they did a drawing. Well, the drawing, and this, of course, this is what most events will do, right? Drop your business card in the bowl, and then they shuffle it, and then they pick one out, and, oh, you're a winner. And so I'm standing there, I was like, oh, interesting. My digital card is not going to go in there. Oh, well. So for me, it wasn't a big deal. But if you're like, I need to win these prizes, then you're going to need a physical card. So make sure you at least bring one paper one with you to drop into that bucket if you're really hardcore about doing that. What's your return on investment on the postcards? I just got them recently, and so people love them. I mean, they're using them, and they're nice, and they weren't that expensive. I use Vistaprint, you guys, super basic, not trying to like get anything crazy or fancy there, but it's nice. Paula says, yes, my postcards have my logo and a blank backs too. Nice, yeah, see? It's just helpful, especially when you got a lot to say. I will tell you. I got a lot to say, so it's very helpful to have that on there. I mean, there'll be even times where if they want, I'll take notes for them and then hand it over to them. So, it works. It's just better than having, for me, it's better than having one of these smaller ones because I just can't fit enough on there in terms of extra notes for them. So that's kind of the overview I wanted to give you guys is like, just think about your business card, if you have one or if you don't, when you might need one, when you might not. And then also know that, like I said, if you're totally into those prizes, you're going to need some kind of regular size business card. Because actually I thought about it, I was like, dang, I should have dropped my postcard one in there just to see if they would accept that one. Just to see, because it would totally stand out, right? But it's just those little things that you think about, and it's just funny. Okay, those prizes, they're just a list building tool. Opt out before I opt in. So, see, there you go, Deepa, making it even better, right? So just think about that when it comes to business cards. One, do you need one? Most businesses will need something. Doesn't necessarily have to be a business card, what we think of as a traditional business card, but we would need something to help refer people back to us. And if you're using other mediums, if you will, I guess, in terms of like messaging platforms like Facebook Messenger or just connecting with people in different ways, that's fine, but just make sure you have some kind of verbiage that you would have on a business card, in terms of who you are, what you do, where people can find out about you, like kind of have something so then it's easy for you to just copy and paste that out. Hey, Mindy, welcome. So really think about what you do with your business. How present are you in terms of, are you going to a lot of these events? If you are, chances are you're going to need both the paper, the tangible one, and the digital one, because you're going to run out of the paper one. And you don't want to miss that opportunity. And you don't want to just say, oh, go to my website. Because let me tell you, I can tell you to go to my website at edtroxel.com, and you're going to be like, okay, cool. Wait, how do you spell his last name? I can spell Ed, but how do you spell his last name? And then you're going to be like, wait, what? And then you forget. Somebody else interrupts you and blah, blah, blah. But with my digital card, it's like, it's already in your phone. You already have the link. You already have all my info, so you're good. So it doesn't get messed with all the other ones. Let me just check the comments real quick. Paul says, they are pretty inexpensive, and I had them on all of the time. Oh yeah, Vistaprint and Gotprint. I haven't tried Gotprint. That's a good one. Are good and usually have coupon codes. Yeah, they. I can speak for Vistaprint as well. They usually have great deals with coupon codes, so you guys can get them super cheap. And listen, if you leave the back empty, so I added stuff to the back of mine, right? If you leave it blank, it's even cheaper. So, and you can get some good quantities for super cheap. And then they're more usable. So for instance, I use that when I go to speaking gigs. When people hire me to speak at their events, that's a great option too to pass out. It's not just my business card, but it allows people to take notes on something, especially when it's my turn to speak, right? So that's the cool thing. That's really what I had in mind for it too. Not being an ages, but depending on age, a card is good. Right, yeah, no, totally. A card for sure. There's a place for both. And in certain situations, one may weigh a little bit heavier than the other. Most of the time people ask me and they love them, but I am not sure the ROI on them yet. Yeah, that's the hard part. I love, Moo to print. Yeah, your cards. They're a little bit more expensive. I've heard that their pricing's up there. I haven't tried them yet, but I heard their pricing's up there. So yeah, it's just testing, you guys, just like we saw here. Some have business cards, some don't, some like them, some don't. At different places to buy them. That's the cool thing. That's why we're having this discussion, right? To put that on your radar and to kind of think of it, because now we're moving into the fall, and the fall is going to be taking off for all of us. I'm going to tell you that right now. I've had the vibe, I've been feeling it for a while, and now I can really see things have changed, and it's not just me, but all of you guys are growing as well. I see a lot of you on a regular basis, not only here, but inside the Hey Ed community, and you guys are growing, and it's so cool to be a part of that and to see that. So understand you're doing the work, and you're showing up, delivering, and engaging with your audiences, and I see that. I'd be more likely to keep the postcard with my notes than a business card. Exactly, Chrissy. That's my other thing, is that for me, again, just for me, business cards are, okay, cool, thanks, and then you pop it away, and it's like, whatever. But with a postcard, you can't just really pop it away, and it stands out more, and then you can attach it to your notes and do more with it. So that's kind of my reasoning, too. The quality with Moo is amazing. Oh, yeah, I've heard that they have really good, which, of course, that when you have good quality and really enjoy it, you're going to see some price increase on that. So it's okay. It's fine. And I think Moo has... I think I've seen some discounts with them too, like special offers and stuff. So you guys check them all out. See what works, test them out, and just see what happens. Paul says, for my gym bus, I can list a lot of details on the postcards. One side for daycare info and the back for birthday. Oh, see? Paula's got it going on. I love that. And that's the thing too, you guys. If you have multiple businesses, or you have one business but multiple products that could be of interest to people, having something like this postcard, business card, could be very beneficial for you, like Paula's doing. You write on one side for one product, and then you write on the other for the other, So mix it up, see what works. Ask your people. Post about it, Ask your Facebook friends. Ask your Instagram people. Ask your groups that you're in. Like, ask for that feedback and see what happens. Because, listen, that's what it's all about. is just ask and listen. And you guys are going to start seeing a lot of, well, I don't know if you'll see it all at once, trying to, but you'll start seeing some more changes like you saw on the Facebook business page around just messaging, really just cleaning up the brand and just really streamlining it more for everyone. And it's a fun time. And you'll even notice when you go over to edtroxel.com, if you've been there recently, you'll even notice now that it's simplified for you. It's hopefully more to the point of what you're looking for and easier to find what you need, because that's what it's all about, right? It's just getting you what you need when you need it, and then that way you can be out and on your way, because I really want you to be out there doing this with your people, so then that way you can attract more people for growing your business and yourself. That we got to remember, it's not just about the business, it's about growing us. If we grow, our business grows. If our business grows, we should grow. We have to remember that. That's why it's important too to take self-care days and to be able to take off early if you need to. Get that extra sleep in. Take a nap if you want. You know, before I let you guys go, I'll tell you, somebody had posted on Facebook, I don't know if it was in a group or if they just posted it on their profile, but they posted something about the fact that, you know, they were asking for a friend if every entrepreneur takes naps in the middle of the day. And reading through the comments was hilarious, and it was like, oh, you know, that actually does happen. Entrepreneurs can take naps during the day. Sometimes we have to take naps during the day. Doesn't mean that it's at the same time every day. I mean, if you have that schedule, cool. Doesn't mean that it happens every day. But understand, if you're tired, you need a break. That end of story. Like, that's all it is. Because if you keep pushing, you're going to burn out. And if you burn out, your business burns out. And then it's all bad. So what you pushed through wasn't even worth it at the end of the day. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much for joining me, especially on a Friday. I am like so pumped now for my weekend because of you guys. Even if you're watching the replay, keep chiming in the comments. If you haven't joined already, go check out edtroxel.com and you can check out the Hey Ed community, but join the email list at the very least. That's free, and then that way we can stay connected as well. And we'll be back here next week. And until then, I'll see you here on the page or maybe in your inbox. All right, guys, take care. What is the Hey Ed community? I'll let them tell you.
I'm drawn to this community, Erica, because listen, I'm going to make sure as a business person, I know you are as well, serious business women, we're going to make sure that we're getting the content knowledge we need from the Hey Ed community. But I also want to laugh. I want to have fun. I want to enjoy my workday. And I know I'll get that balance in the Hey Ed community. I know he'll tolerate our tangents.
And I think that's the perfect way to have a really good engaged community. It's a perfect balance of business and fun, you know.
Stop letting tech hold you back and join Hey Ed today.